This video is just to show you a little bit how is the HSK2 test. Okay, as you can see here, this is the PDF of the test. You can download many of them on the internet. I've sent you some of them, and I'm going to explain one by one the different parts. Okay, first of all, this first part we have here just the number, okay, for the HSK. This is important because if you are looking for the solutions for the audio file, this is a very good way to identify every different test, okay? And here we have for Ting Li, this is for listening, 35 questions, and we have 25 minutes. This is according to the audio, okay? More or less is what it lasts. So this is something that we cannot change. But here, Yuedu, the part for writing expression and reading comprehension, 25 questions and 22 minutes. That is the way this is done. Okay, so this is just for you to know the time you have for each part, and 3 minutes to write the solutions, write the answers on the page for the exam. Okay, because this is something you can use. You can use this brochure during the exam, and this is not useless if you are going to use it just for you to work, but to answer for the exam, to the official exam, you need this. Okay. The first part is using the audio file. Okay, you have an MP3 for each test, and if you play the audio file, you're going to listen to this music. This is just a way for all the students to know that the exam is going to start, and they give some specific instructions at the beginning, just for you to check everything, that everything is clear, and to explain a little bit, but in Chinese. Okay, so this part I'm going to explain now in English. They talk about to be ready, and a little bit explaining about how the exam works. Okay, the information I gave you at the beginning, and now we start with the Ting Li, with the listening part of this exam. Okay, every part has some examples, one or two of them. So please pay attention, because they use a specific instruction to say that the exam is going to start, that we are going to do real questions. And this instruction is
现在开始第一题
this instruction, 现在开始第一题, is just for you to know that we're going to start with the first question, okay? And we listen to it.
一今天是23号
So 今天是23号. This is correct. So we have to put a tick here, okay, in order to answer this question. By now, I'm just writing correct, okay? 今天是23号. One specific aspect of HSK2 is that they repeat twice this, okay? So you listen to it again.
今天是23号
Okay, 23号. So the thing is that you have two opportunities, okay? The first one, you can just listen to it and try to guess it, but you have another opportunity, okay? So this is an important thing, and this is how the exam is done. The second part of the Ting Li, the listening part, are questions 11 and on. Here we have 6 pictures, and we have to choose just one of them according to what we hear. For example, here, number 11, we're going to hear it now, but above it, you have the example. And remember, picture letter D, we cannot use this one, because this is used for the example, okay? They're going to say, 你喜欢什么运动? 我最喜欢踢足球. In all these dialogues, we have some keywords. Here, for example, you have this keyword, which is 踢足球. And according to this expression, play football, we know that this picture letter D. Okay, we're going to do number 11. We're going to listen to number 11, and then we have to choose the right picture according to this listening.
现在开始第11到15题。
So they are talking that we are going to see from 11 to 15, okay?
11，你也想吃？来，给你。你和狗说话，它能听懂吗？11，
Okay, so this is the only just one once, okay, and we have the opportunity to listen to it again. We have some keywords. Go, the meaning is dog, so we know this is letter A, and they are talking about other words that if you know them, if you can identify them in the listening, they're very useful for you. Okay, for example, 说 and other words. So this is how this part is done. So I just write here letter A. Okay, so that way I continue doing this exam. We continue with this part, 21 to 30. And here, again, we listen to a dialogue and we have to choose the right option, okay? And there is an important part here, according to this exercise, which is they're going to make a question. So according to the information, because many times they're giving you a lot of information. And if you realize, for example, in these 红色, 黑色, 白色, the three answers, sometimes you can listen to more than one, okay? But the point is that you focus on the question, because the question helps you to understand which part of this information is useful. So careful, because many times they're going to say all these words. For example, in HSK 1, you hear maybe just the right option, okay? Most of the questions are like that. But from HSK 2 on, they're going to give you more information. And maybe sometimes you listen to more than one question from the answers, okay? So careful, it's not just that you get the right word, but according to the question, which one is the correct answer, okay? We listen to the example here.
小王，这里有几个杯子，哪个是你的？左边那个红色的是我的。小王的杯子是什么颜色的？
So as you can see here, 杯子 cup. 小王的杯子是什么颜色的? Which color is 小王's cup? So as you can see, because we have the transcription here, 红色的 red. We're going to do number 21. Now we continue with number 21.
现在开始第21题。21，外面天气很好，我们出去运动运动。好，打篮球怎么样？男的想做什么？
Okay, so according to what we hear, what does the man want to do? 运动, do sports, okay? That's the answer here. And you continue with all these questions, okay? So this part, if you have done the HSK 1, this is longer, okay? So the difficulty here is that you need to listen to many questions, but with practice, you can do it with no problem. And then we enter the last part in the listening part of the exercise of this test, okay? And here, again, we need to choose the right option from 3 of them. But which difficulty we have here? We have this problem. The dialogues are a little bit longer, okay, and the answers a little bit more complicated. We're going to practice a little bit with number 31.
4部分，
Now we listen
一共5个题，每题听2次。
to the example,
例
okay?
如，请在这儿写您的名字。
是这儿吗？
不是，是这儿。
好，谢谢。
男的要写什么？
Okay, again.
请在这儿写您的名字。
是这儿吗？
不是，是这儿。
好，谢谢。
男的要写什么？
Okay, so the correct answer means A. Now we're going to do number 31.
现在开始第31题。31，
你们学校有2个外国学生？
是，你怎么知道的？
听我哥说的。他们会说汉语吗？
他们的汉语都非常好，大家很喜欢他们。那2个外国学生的汉语怎么样？
So they're giving you a lot of information. We have 2 students from abroad who has come here, and they're talking about their level of Chinese. And the answer, they say, 非常好. So here you have how to complete this question, okay? So up to here, the listening part. And now we continue with the next part, 阅读. This is just reading comprehension. And we have here similar exercises from the previous, but at this time we need to read, and according to what we read, make decisions. For example, here we have 6 pictures. Remember, letter D, it is used for the example, so we cannot use that, okay? This is very important because many students, they forget that, and later they have some trouble because they use the picture for the example in some of the answers. And we have to choose according to this sentence, every sentence. For example, 每个星期六我都去打篮球，打篮球 play basketball, so letter D. Next, number 36, 雨不下了，天晴了。Now it is not raining, the weather is, or the day is clear, okay? The weather is good now. So we have here le and le. This is a change of situation, and it is referred to letter F. We can see a woman with an umbrella, and she says, okay, it's not raining now, the day is good again, okay? So this is letter F. For example, I'm going to fill this one. This is letter F, and so on, okay? I think this is not very complicated, but okay, you have to pay attention to some keywords. Always, we have some keywords in order to do so. Next part, questions number 41 to 45. Here, we have to fill in the blanks with the words given. Important, you need to know the meaning of the words, otherwise, you are going to have some trouble. These words are from HSK 2 vocabulary list, so this is not a big problem, but well, sometimes you have some words and many students have some trouble with this. Some words could be at 2 places. So this is like a puzzle. We need to do the complete puzzle, okay? Every word should be at the right place. And if we have one word that could be in 2 different places, fill in 2 different blanks, careful, because there is another one that we have to also fix into the right place. So if you have doubts on just one specific word, try with the rest, because that way you will be able to fill in all the blanks. Okay, for example, the first one, 天阴了, the weather is cloudy, 可能要下. Here, from the words here, remember, letter E, this is for the example, so we cannot use this one. So, 雪, 下雪, to snow. So here we have to write letter F and so on, okay? The same. Here we have questions number 46 to 50, okay? We have a little text, some sentences, for example, number 46, we have two sentences, and we have to judge if, according to what we have just read, the sentence here with the star is correct or not, is true or false, okay? This is the way we do it. For example, we can do this 46 question, okay? 您请进, please you polite enter. 这就是我的家, this is my house. 这个房间是我和我丈夫的. This room is my husband and me. 旁边那个小的, that one next to it, 是孩子的房间 is our child. We don't know, male or female, but child. According to this, we have to say if 我们的房间比孩子的大, our room is bigger than our child's. If you realize here, 那个小的, that small. So, child's room is smaller. And here, according to this, 我们的房间, our room is bigger. Okay, so this is true. I'm going to write true. Okay, true. And the same for the rest. And now we continue with the last kind of exercises. Here we have some sentences and below some other sentences. We have to match each sentence with the right one to make small dialogues. So how do we know? Sometimes we have a question, we have an answer. Sometimes the first sentence is the one with the number, okay? And the answer is, for example, the letter, or sometimes the other way around. The thing is that they have to match. They are related in some way. We have the example done here. So I'm not going to do this one. Remember, letter E, we cannot use this one at all. I'm going to do 51, okay? Just to know how this works. 它很大, 能坐1000多人. If you realize here, we have 它, which is the pronoun for eat, thing or animal, okay? And then, so we know that we are referring to an object, maybe an animal. And then we have another important word, 坐, to be seated, okay? And more than 1,000 people. So if you realize from the sentences here, letter F, 这船, 船 means boat, 是从上海开来的. So the key word here, 船, boat, 100 or 1,000 people can be seated in a boat here. 51 done. And then the last part, the same exercise, but this time sentences are a little bit more complicated. Okay, so sometimes we're going to have some difficulties with some expression, or they are a little bit longer also. So, but the way to do them is the same. So this is HSK2 exam, more or less a slight explanation of it. And now the key is just practicing. And if you have any doubt, please send to me, so that way we can work on it.